This is HuffPost Live. I'm James Poulos, and I'm here with HuffPost Live producer Catherine Day. Hi, Catherine.
Thanks for sharing your time with me.
Of course. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Awesome. So, beauty. It's gone global. Usually when we think about globalization, we think about these sweeping forces that make people around the world into these kind of passive victims, or winners versus losers. But with the rise of organic cosmetics and many new standards of beauty, that stereotype might just be due for a bit of a makeover. Joining me to discuss from Miami, Florida, we've got Dr. Daniel Bober. He's a psychiatrist and assistant clinical professor at the Yale University School of Medicine. In Chicago, Illinois, we've got Margaret Catch. She's an actor and independent consultant for Arbonne International. Out in New York City, Meli Pennington is here. She's a makeup artist and an editor at wildbeauty.com. And in Clifton Park, New York, Wayne Perry, founder and CEO of Greensations Skincare. Welcome, everyone. How are you doing? All right, so I want to kick us off with a few stats about beauty and how it's making its mark around the world. $330 billion of sales worldwide. One out of every 2 items sold, this is 1/2 of world sales, comes from the 10 largest firms in the beauty industry. This is a big deal. Daniel, I'd like to start with you. Just talk a little bit about the psychology that goes into beauty and how it could be, why it is that this is a moment where it seems like beauty is an unstoppable force in globalization.
Well, you know, it's interesting. The word vanity actually comes from the Latin word, which is vanitas, or emptiness. And people are doing a lot of things to fill that emptiness. If they can't fill it with their own self-esteem, they use beauty products. And whether we're talking about lipstick or makeup or plastic surgery, people that are more beautiful or more aesthetically pleasing are perceived to be more powerful, more successful, and even more productive. So beauty itself is a commodity, and it is something that people strive for to show up in a world of people when they don't really stand out. They don't want to be unoriginal. They don't want to be one of the masses. They want to do something to make themselves appear to be successful. So beauty is a key to that.
Meli, you're a makeup artist. Do you feel like you're trying to patch over a dark hole in people's souls?
No, I don't. I think people have been wearing makeup since before we were using metal tools. So it's part vanity, preening, primping. It's part of being a human. And yes, we take it over the top sometimes in every culture, but it's not going to go away. It's part of humanity. It's part of who we are. It's like dancing or music.
When people are, feeling hopeless, depressed, down in the dumps, anything that you feel makes you look better, it really does make you feel better.
Absolutely.
And that's, I think, a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing that people have this dark hole in their soul or anything like that. Maybe they're trying to fill something, but I think they're trying to fill a void that really just makes them feel better about themselves.
People don't want to feel poor and ugly.
Margaret, say some more about that.
There's also a point where people can't afford a new car, or they can't afford a $2,000 handbag, but they can go into Sephora and buy a new colored nail polish right now. And they can do it again next week. So they can buy these luxury items that are tiny and still feel like they get a fresh coat of paint.
Right.
And certainly it's important for people to feel good about themselves. And if makeup enhances their appearance and makes them feel better about themselves, that's always a good thing.
Do you think that the spread of the beauty industry from something that was that was confined to one part of the world, really, as we know it, and now we've got the male beauty industry booming in South Korea. I've got another splash here on my laptop. This guy here is tweezing his eyebrows and he's spending more and more on beauty care products.
It's 21% of global sales from 19 million men, so they're that's about it.
There's some outsized numbers here, and this seems like the beginning of a trend where people are starting to think of beauty as an essential component of health, and health as a component of beauty. Do you think that's a healthy development in the way people are approaching this?
I think overall it's a healthy thing, but you have to remember that a lot of these industries are driven by industry themselves. For example, the vitamin supplements or ADHD in adults. A lot of times you create an industry by promoting the industry itself. So I think that it is a good thing. I think that men taking care of their skin is just as important as women taking care of their skin. As long as everything is not taken to an extreme, I think overall it's a good thing.